said, baby, you're my diamond. I said, no, honey, I'm your banker. She said, baby, you're my chain. I said, no, I'm your anchor. I said, baby, you're my wings. She said, no, you're a fish. I said, baby, you're my dream. She said, no, honey, I'm just your wish. She said, baby, you're my river. I said, no, honey, I'm just your drain. She said, baby, you're my color. I said, no, baby, I'm just your stain. I said, baby, you're my diamond. She said, no, honey, I'm your pick. I said, baby, you must be magic. She said, no, baby, I'm just a trick. She said, baby, you can really see me. I said, no, honey, I just sense. She said, baby, you're my castle. I said, no, honey, I'm your fence. I said, baby, you're my lover. She said, no, I'm just your maid. I said, baby, I adore you. She said, no, you're just afraid. I said, no, baby, I love you. She said, honey, you're just afraid. I said, no, 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 no. She said, you're just afraid. Baby, you're my gold. I said, no, honey, I'm just your banker. She said, no, baby, you're my chain. I said, no, honey, I'm your anchor. I said, baby, you're my lover. She said, no, honey, I'm your maid. I said, baby, I adore you. She said, no, baby, you're just afraid. I said, no, 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 no. She said, baby, you're just afraid.